Your paycheck just hit your account. For about 4 seconds, you feel rich. Then your phone buzzes, a bill, a subscription, a reminder that rent is due in 3 days, and just like that, the number on your screen starts shrinking before you've spent a single dollar. Here's what's actually happening. The moment your paycheck lands, your money is already gone. Not spent. Gone. Claimed by a system you agreed to the day you signed your offer letter, and most of it never really belonged to you in the first place. Let's start with a number you never actually see. Your employer doesn't pay you your salary. They pay you what's left after federal income tax, state tax, Social Security, and Medicare have already been pulled out. Economists call this the difference between gross income and net income, and most Americans dramatically underestimate the gap. The average worker loses somewhere between 20 and 30% of their paycheck before it ever reaches their bank account. You budgeted around a number that was never real. But the deductions are just the beginning. Once that smaller, real number lands in your checking account, something quieter starts working against you. It's called mental accounting, a concept the economist Richard Thaler spent decades studying before winning the Nobel Prize in 2017. Thaler discovered that people don't treat money as one single pool of value. Instead, they mentally sort it into categories: rent money, grocery money, fun money, savings if there's anything left. Sounds harmless. It isn't. Mental accounting means you'll happily pay $19 in delivery fees from your fun money category while refusing to move $20 out of your savings category to cover it, even though it's the exact same bank account. Your brain isn't tracking your actual balance, it's tracking a story about your balance, and the story almost always favors spending. Now add timing. This is where most people get blindsided. Your paycheck doesn't arrive on the same day your bills are due. Rent might be due on the 1st. Your paycheck might land on the 3rd or the 15th. Researchers at the J.P. Morgan Chase Institute analyzed millions of checking accounts and found something striking. Most households experience significant swings in their account balance within a single month, even when their income and expenses stay roughly the same year to year. The problem isn't how much you earn, it's the gap between when money leaves and when money arrives. That gap is where debt quietly moves in. When your bills are due before your paycheck lands, you have 3 choices. Dip into savings if you have any. Use a credit card and pay interest later, or pay a fee for early access to wages you've already earned. All 3 options exist because of timing, not because of mismanagement. A 2019 study from the Federal Reserve found that nearly 4 in 10 American adults would struggle to cover an unexpected $400 expense without borrowing or selling something. Not because they don't earn enough, because of when the money shows up. Here's something almost nobody thinks about. Your bank holds your money for a moment before you can touch it, and that moment is profitable for them. When your paycheck is deposited, especially if it comes by check rather than direct deposit, there can be a short holding period before funds fully clear. During that window, the bank can use aggregated deposits, including yours, for its own short-term lending and investment activity. This is part of what's known as fractional reserve banking. Banks aren't required to hold on to all the cash you deposit. They keep a portion and lend out the rest, which is how new money effectively gets created in the economy. Your paycheck isn't just sitting in a digital vault waiting for you. For a brief moment, it's working for someone else. So your money has already been taxed before you saw it, mentally categorized the second it landed, misaligned with your bill due dates, and technically floating through a bank's lending system before you've spent a cent. And we haven't even gotten to the psychological trap that makes all of this worse. It's called loss aversion, a concept introduced by psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky in the late 1970s. Their research found that the pain of losing money feels roughly twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining the same amount. This is why watching your paycheck shrink from automatic deductions feels different than earning a bonus of the same size. Losses hurt more. And because of that, many people unconsciously try to recover that emotional loss by spending the moment money arrives. It's a small reward to offset a deduction you never agreed to in any meaningful sense, even though you technically signed off on it months ago. This is also why payday can feel like a trap disguised as a relief, The relief is real, but it's brief. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people are significantly more likely to make impulsive purchases within the first 48 hours after receiving income, a pattern researchers nickname the Payday Effect. Retailers know this. That's part of why payday weekends see spikes in retail spending nationwide. Your paycheck isn't just money, it's a psychological event, and marketers have studied it for decades. So what actually happens to your money the moment you get paid? It gets taxed before you see it. It gets emotionally sorted the second it lands. It gets pulled forward by bills that don't wait for it. It floats briefly through a banking system designed to use it before you do, and it triggers a psychological reward response that nudges you to spend it faster than you planned. None of this means you're bad with money. It means the system was never built around your paycheck. It was built around predictable, repeatable behavior, and your paycheck is just one input into a much larger machine. Here's the shift that actually matters. Once you understand that your real income is the after-tax number, not the one on your offer letter, you stop budgeting around a number that was never accurate. Once you understand mental accounting, you can build a single system instead of pretending your money lives in separate story-driven buckets. Once you understand the timing gap, you can start building a buffer, even a small one, so a bill due before payday doesn't force you into a high-interest decision. And once you understand the payday effect, you can simply wait 48 hours before making a non-essential purchase, because that single pause undoes a pattern marketers have spent decades engineering against you. Money isn't just math. It's timing, psychology, and a financial system that profits from the space between when you earn and when you spend. You don't control all of it, but once you can see it, you stop reacting to it on autopilot. Your paycheck is about to hit your account again. This time, you'll know exactly where it's really going.